На мне запахи Том Форд, смесь ванили и табако. Трачу на семью, но не получаю зарплату. В кармане круглый налик, он хрустит, как будто тако. Просил, белый, не еду больше заклад. Просто дай мне мои стики, все близкие рибастыки. Мы давно здесь наблюдаем, головой как на разминке. Просто дай мне мои стики, каждый сезон на стрики. Если делать ежедневно, кэш в любом разе настигнет. Мили, нам интересны мили. Хочу, чтоб было все здесь у людей с моей фамилией. Я каждый круг на дрили, мой стейк тут не на гриле. Меня волнуют цифры, сколько взяли, сколько влили. Про дела не по мобиле. Поднимать эти копейки нахуй дос. Хочу, чтобы суммы были как приглас. Самые вышли губить моих людей, заебал кикос. Это кука седа гулу пандафака. Делать это до голова как надо. Нал хрустит, как тако. Пахнет плотно, пишь пропахал. Наливай, на тебя поет мой Тарковский. Я добрат, он чист лакость. Везде как будто бы дома, но помню, что залетел гость. Ноздри не буду как кость. Прайм перевернутый 8. Мы выбрали жить, а не просто вывозим кикози. На мне запахи Том Форд, смесь ванили и табако. Трачу на семью, но не получаю зарплату.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Betting News Network. Excited to have you with us on this beautiful Sunday, April the 26th. That's Vsauce. I'm Sweatpants Jesus. Stoked to have you guys here for another edition of Saucy Sundays. Welcome to the show, chat. Hope you guys are living well to kick off your Sunday. Brought to you by our sponsors at Lucky Rebel with that QR code right above Sauceman's head. You can get some funds dropped into your account to bet a little bit of everything in the NBA playoffs today and so much more. We're going to talk all NBA. Sauceman, welcome to the show, Big Dog. How we doing?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Full slate of games and definitely a little bit of MySpace or whatever you want to call it, whatever the kids are saying. Shout out Prendy. But life's good. Slate is full. I saw Silk last night, so that was good. And chat, I did give him a big wet kiss from everybody, from every one of you in chat. Don't worry.
From me especially, because I asked you to.
Yeah.
And yes, chat is in shambles. Sook is dealing with family stuff at the moment, so we will have no Mr. Brar today, so send him vibes as always. We will have Chef T stopping by at some point today. We don't know when Chef will be here, but Chef will be with us. But otherwise, you're stuck with me and V. But what else could you want on a beautiful Sunday?
Right? I mean, nothing else, right? We're right here.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
That's a little aggressive. Is the OG Sauce team. 3 years. Can you be over 3.5 years, dude?
Over 3.5 years. We were telling some friends yesterday when, about everything and how it all started off. And it was nice to reminisce about when Sook came on as a guest spot and when Sook used to say things like, bro, we're not starting a podcast. And here we are.
Here we are. Let's
3 years later.
Yes. You tell the people how your exams went. We told you about your exams. How did they go?
Good. It feels like good. I haven't gotten the result yet. That should be coming out next week. But, feeling good, boys. Feeling good. And I'm ready to win some bets. You know what I mean? And full city game, Celtics up 2-1. I was almost in shambles the other day. But everything, hopefully, is going to plan. And going into this week, hopefully it stays that way.
Absolutely. You know the vibes, Lucky. We're going to talk about these 4 games we have in front of us today. One of them tipping off here right as we finish off the show at 12 Central, 1 Eastern. The Cavs taking on the Raptors. And then we've got 3 other game 4s to get to today, as possibly it ends off with the first moving on team, as in the Los Angeles Lakers, possibly looking to sweep the Rockets. We'll talk about each game with you guys, give you guys our favorite plays. We'll dive into the lab with our friends at Outlier, as we always do, and give you the moves and show you what we're liking out there. Some of the stuff we're betting, some of the stuff we leaned with, and also some of the sides that we like as well. But let's talk about a little bit of what we saw yesterday first, as chat's kind of diving into it. Yes, Jerry, it was never Jokic. Let's start at the end and kind of carry our way to the very beginning. Unfortunate news for Dante DiVincenzo as he went down with that Achilles injury. The 4th number 0 over the past 4 seasons to have a Achilles injury. I think
no.
I think they need to retire that number.
Yeah, JT, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need to switch up before the playoffs, before the next game. My God, 4 zeros.
4 zeros. Gobert Arenas. Damian Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum, and now Dante DiVincenzo. Unfortunate news to him. Prayers up to him, obviously, as he goes going to a long path of recovery. I'm sure he'll return, as we've seen with Tatum and guys returning from Achilles, but it's never fun. And then you had Ant-Man get hurt as well. He had a hyperextended knee. Didn't look great when it happened, but it did just come out. Shams just reported that there is no structural damage to his knee, so it's just a bone bruise and a hyperextension, similar to what Jokic dealt with a little bit earlier in the season. So no ligament issues for Anthony Edwards. However, he is still going to be out for a couple of weeks. He was already dealing with runner's knee So there's already some issues with that knee anyway, and now it's looking like he's going to be out. However, all of that to say, V, it didn't matter because Ayo Dosunmu came in there and dropped a 40-piece on top of the Nuggies' head and still got the job done in the Target Center last night.
Absolutely insane. I bet I was PRA last night, and I was sitting there with Sook, and I look at the fucking numbers. I'm like, Sook, I bet his PRA today. That's all I bet. I didn't ladder a single thing. I didn't touch a single other line. And it's like that moment where it's like, damn, maybe I was just being lazy. It wasn't even that I didn't think he could do it. It was just one of those things where it's like, damn. And 42 points later, they win. And I'm sitting here in shock because now everybody's having a field day with the Jokic slander. And I'm not here for it, but I am definitely like everybody has a bad series, right? Jason Tatum had a bad series in the finals against the Warriors that first time, and everybody goes through this. But then people start bringing up the fact that he's never beat a 50-win team in the playoffs and all of these things. And I just don't – the coaching, I don't think Adelman is the right fit for this team. I don't think – like Sook has talked about this, that maybe he doesn't have the respect of the room, but – something needs to change there. Aaron Gordon's health has not been 100%. I know he left last night's game as well. I don't know what his situation is looking like, but it kind of stinks. The injuries kind of suck. We saw Jalen Williams go down for the Thunder too the other night, and he's out now week to week with a hamstring issue. It's just you want to see the best of the best here in the postseason, and just from a like fans' perspective of watching these games, you want to watch these. And I mean, and since I just bring up J-Dub, the Thunder got it done that last night too. And I thought that was a situation where the Suns should have been able to capitalize this. And Jalen Green, 26 points. Dylan Brooks, 30-some points. And that's a game that you lose, right? I don't understand it. Shea had a huge game and multiple. Did he finish with 42 as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's multiple 40-point nights here in the NBA. And it just feels like two teams that didn't take advantage of a spot or advantage of an opportunity that was presented to them.
Yeah, just to wrap up the Nuggets thing before we talk about that Thunder game, I'm really concerned. I mean, obviously you're down 3-1, so it's obvious to say you're concerned. But I'm concerned about this team. Not only that, but like, what are they going to do in the offseason? As you mentioned with the Adelman situation, like they tried to shake up this roster, but they didn't really get the job done. They don't have enough depth. Hardaway Jr. has been good in stretches for the season, but he was not very good yesterday as well. And you got beat. So hope maybe they get the benefit of having two guys out now, so maybe they can climb back into the series. The Nuggets have done it twice before in these situations. But what did you think of, just before we move past that game, what did you think of Jaden McDaniels laying up the ball at the very end, like doing that layup and Jokic getting really pissed about it? Did you see all that?
I didn't, but I heard about all that. And then I saw Chris Finch? Mike Connolly's comments after the game, and he's just like, I didn't realize it, but he's like, as soon as I passed him the ball, it's like I almost wanted to put my hands on my head and be like, what did I just do? But honestly, they don't like each other, and I'm here for this kind of shit in the playoffs. And I'm not talking about love for the game, blah, 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 this and that. Jaden McDaniels has been running his fucking mouth, and all he has done is back it up at every single juncture since then. And I think that this is a guy whose swagger is, kind of coming into play. But, I mean, do I love it? Do I think it's petty? Yes and yes. And that's just the kind of fan that I am. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, well, the game is over and, you respect the game and this and that. If you don't like somebody, you should not sit there and pretend to like that person. You know what I mean? Like there's enough people, there's enough friendships throughout the NBA, and I'm kind of out on the power of friendship, and I want to see these guys kill each other. That's it. You know what I mean? Modern day gladiators. That's what athletes are. And that's what I want to see. I want to see you go at each other, and whether that means like petty shit like that, like, I mean, he's a young kid. I'm here for it from an entertainment perspective. Was it the right move? Was it, you know what I mean? Probably not, but hey, okay.
No love lost, man. I would not do that.
I wouldn't do it either. That's the thing. I wouldn't do it either.
I don't think it's the thing is like, I feel like Jokic's reaction was warranted. I think that what the league should look at is just make sure that nobody got like punched in the face, which I don't think anything happened in that scuffle afterwards. And then we move on. Like you said, they don't like each other. That's okay. It's part of playoff basketball. It's part of rivalries. Like it was a kind of sus move. Sure, maybe you can go, yeah, whatever. He shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Jokic reacted. He reacted how he should have. Both coaches said what they were going to say about defending their guys, and you move on and you go to the next game.
This might be that, like, in Canada we have like that TSN turning point. You know what I mean? It's like you get this point in the series where, hey, now he's going to just be incredibly mad, and I could definitely see that situation also playing out here. And 3-1, like you said, down to your starters. Dante DiVincenzo, I think, led the playoffs so far in threes made, and he was shooting, I think, at an almost 40 or over 40% clip. So those are two guys that are going to be sorely missed. But number one shit talker Jaden McDaniels is still there, right? I mean, they got Kevin Durant, but we got Jaden McDaniels.
I mean, Jay McDaniels, as you mentioned, he's going to have to keep backing it up because he's going to be asked to do a lot more now with those two guys going to be on the shelf. Bones Highland and Ayo, obviously, with his great performance, are going to have to be big for the Wolves down the stretch in this series. I don't think the Wolves are going to be able to make any moves after this series, even if it ends up being a 4-1 or if, 4-2 if the Nuggets win Game 5. I think that their ceiling is probably the next round, especially with all these injuries. But
because I think they'll see OKC. I don't know with reseeding. No, there is no reseeding, but I'm pretty sure they'll see OKC.
Yeah,
they play the 4-5 winner.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So one more point just about this game too. There was one graphic that really stood out to me, and it was the points in the paint allowed versus points in the paint scored, right? Mm-hmm. And you see the difference, and it was like the Minnesota's far and away the number one team, and Denver can't score any points in the paint. Like, Jokic has been an absolute defensive liability. Like, I'm just saying, the way Luka got talked about in different series in the playoffs and everything like that for the last 2 years is exactly how Jokic should be talked about after or during this series. And whether that changes or not, we'll see. And I know we've said this all the time, where he is offensively makes up for that, but you cannot be that much of a negative, because if you do have the poor shooting night like he has had through the first 3 or 4 games, then what are you doing, right? Then what are you giving this team? And I think that it's been crazy. Not in my wildest dreams. You know how I wrote about this series and how I have been writing about Jokic and how many times I've bet this guy. The numbers against Rudy go crazy, but Rudy has been incredible. He has filled the paint. He has, like, anything that was going to come from Jokic, he's done a great job to just limit the damage and really frustrate Jokic, I think. And I think a lot of it is just him thinking twice before he takes a shot, before he makes a play. And I don't know. I thought Jokic was going to eat him alive in this series from what I've seen in the past, and Rudy's held it down.
I yesterday bet him, and I told you about it, and I talked about it on the show that I couldn't see a way that Jokic wasn't going to turn up for this game after all the shit talking, after how he's had a couple poor shooting nights previously, and I just thought yesterday was going to be the day, and it wasn't. Gobert figured him out and definitely has kind of kept him under control. Jamal's been good. Jamal's made a lot of shots, but there's not been Jokic hasn't been good enough, and they haven't had anybody else come along for the party. Especially missing Gordon has been bad too. So, I know Thunder Suns. Whoever.
I'm frustrated with the Suns, man. You know that. I know you are too.
Yeah.
Booker, you let us down last night. 16 points.
He got hurt though, bro. I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Lou Dort. Did you not see that clip I sent you? Lou Dort fucking tripped him and like stepped on his ankle, basically.
Oh, that's fucked. I didn't see that. I did not. Yeah. I saw you saying that, like, can we all agree?
All the homies hate Lou Dort.
I didn't need the video evidence to say fuck Lou Dort. You know what I mean? I'm ready, but that sucks. I didn't know that. And so, like, did he leave the game, or did he play through it?
He left in the third quarter. I didn't watch the rest of it. Again, I kind of am banning Thunder games at this point. I don't want to watch this team play. So I'm just kind of honorarily paying attention to the box scores and the highlights just to know what to talk about. But like, I don't know if he returned. I don't think he played in the fourth quarter. Does anyone else know the answer to that, chat? Let me know if you guys watched. Let us know if you guys watched that game top to bottom. But
Stefan, I promise you, if the Thunder and like Celtics play in the finals, after about 2 quarters of game 1, you're gonna hate Lou Dort just as much as everybody else does. Like,
Lou Dort sucks. I hate that
guy. Somebody made it at the barbershop made this point. It's like he doesn't even like own it. You know what I mean? He tries to be the nice guy. Like, he'll come and apologize to Jokic. He'll be like, I shouldn't have done that. I should not have tripped him. I don't know what happened. And then the next game, smacks him in the face.
Like, I like Jaden McDaniels more. Like, I like Dylan Brooks more. I like Draymond. I like Draymond.
Just owns it. Like, double armbar on the ground. Like, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a bad guy.
Just embrace being a piece of shit, and it's fine. Like, I don't hate the fact that he like does, and it's also there's too much video evidence at this point that's so nefarious that it's just like, bro, just accept that you are a dirty player. Like, it's fine. Like, it's okay. You'll get a lot more, not so much hate if you just accept that you suck. And like, he doesn't. But last point on this from yesterday, and then we can turn the page and start talking about the games we have in front of us today. Are you starting to get worried about the Pistons? Magic up 2-1 now. Got the job done in the first game at home. Pistons looking a little bit like they could go down. And I know as an Eastern Conference guy, you probably feel good about that. But I thought this team had a chance to really make a run, and they might get bounced in the first round by the Magic. The Magic.
Hey, look. Somebody put out that meme. It's Jamal Mosley coaching with his life on the line, and it's just LeBron highlights, and it's just like, and it's so fucking funny, man. What is going on? Paulo hit that shot at the end, the three that goes, and then it hits, and it's like, I can't remember. It was I watched the Portland Trailblazers documentary the other day, and it was hilarious. And there's this moment where Damon Stoudemire just says, "Here comes the bullshit," when the Lakers went on this incredible run in the Western Conference Final against them. And it was just funny to hear an NBA player say that, because sometimes here comes the bullshit. They missed 13 straight shots, and that's exactly what it looked like with the Magic. They came all the way back. The Pistons had an incredible fourth quarter. Cade Cunningham was hooping. It's a tie game with about 2 minutes left. You think that it's at least going to go to overtime, maybe 3 minutes left. And next thing you know, 8-0 or 9-0 run from Magic, and that culminates in a three that felt like it was in the air for 15 seconds.
Yeah, a la Halliburton in the Garden last year. Same vibes.
Sometimes here comes the bullshit, and the Magic have capitalized on that through the first two games. They played very, very physically. Jalen Duren needs to be so much better in this series if they want to come back and really put a stamp on this. But in that same ilk, like I'm worried because I didn't expect the Pistons to be in this position. But another team, just like the Knicks and Hawks, where Hawks went up 2-1 with a home game still left on the slate. And what did they do? They let that opportunity slip right out of their hands. And if there's anything we have seen from these teams that are like in that 4-5 spot, or like the 7-8 with the Hawks, Magic, and teams like that, it's that sometimes they let opportunities slip like that, and that's what you cannot do. You have your team 2-1, and that's exactly what I was worried about with the Celtics. They almost did that the other night. That was right there, and I was about to eat my fucking foot in like a foot size of karma, foot-long karma sandwich. And that's exactly what it is. And I think I am worried about the Pistons because this is what we talk about with experience. Last year, they had playoff experience, but round one experience isn't the same as winning a round one series, going to round two and moving on. And they didn't get that. Right now, the Magic's experience is looking just that much, just a little bit better. And I don't know if it's going to last, but I'm loving it as a fan of a different Eastern Conference team. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving this dogfight in both those series. And I can't wait for more. I really can't. I think Cade's been incredible, but Jalen Duren needs to be a lot better.
So much better. Tobias Harris cashed me out yesterday, so that was nice. But if Tobias Harris is your second leading scorer and rebounder in 2026, you're not having a good time.
I saw Austin in chat. I think it was yesterday talking about that, or day before, but shout out him.
Yep.
That was what's frustrating to me is I saw somebody tweet this out, is that Amen Thompson and Sarr Thompson are so much like Ben Simmons in the best ways, like the best of Ben Simmons, like those years where he was incredible at running the point position, and we had a lot of fun watching him play. But if that jumper, if that scoring, if that threat to be able to put the ball on the ground and put it in the basket isn't there, it's really, really hard for teams to then respect you. And it's really, really hard to play offense 4-on-5. I think that's kind of rearing its head in two series because both twins kind of play very similarly. Amen Thompson's been incredible. He's played in I think all but 15 minutes of that entire series. We'll talk more about that when we get there.
Yeah.
But Sarr needs to be a little bit better too. And I hate the fact that sometimes it looks like he's not even looking at the basket. Even when he's in the paint or cutting, he's looking outside rather than looking at the basket. And I just think at his size, you've got to at least be able to finish in the paint and be somewhat of a scoring option there, because when Duran's not playing well, when all these things are happening, you need these guys. Like, you need a playoff performance from somebody. What did it take for us to get out of the last game? It was Peyton Pritchard. Like, that's what I know everybody wants to talk about the Jays and how they had big games, but Peyton Pritchard hit some of the biggest shots in that second half that kept us in that game. And I think that's what these other teams need. You need somebody to step up in that position, and the Pistons haven't had that yet. Whereas you have Bane and Franz going bar for bar with the Magic. Like, Bane's been incredible. Now, all the shit talk I did going like in the last month of the season, he's been incredible.
The Magic are making all of us here at BNN eat all of our crow from all
around
the
league.
Sure, I mean, there's a lot of people that feel the same way. Yeah. So it's similar, like with your Sar point, your Thompson, and then we'll turn the page to today chat. We'll talk about the 4 games in front of us, talk some bets, and cook the parlay.
I am.
I hate Lindor. It's kind of like, if you have been watching Spurs games all season long, it's kind of like Stephon Castle. Like, if you watch the Blazers defend Stephon Castle, they're not really scared of his outside shooting. But the thing about Stephon Castle from his rookie season last year, even though he was the rookie of the year, is he spent a lot of time in the offseason improving his jumper to the point where he can make 3-pointers at a 35% rate. He can be a relatively good, consistent shooter. Because, I mean, getting to the cup is what he's best at, and like finishing at the rim is what he's best at. But like, the way the Blazers have been defending him, he had a great scoring game last game because he was making shots. And like, if you give some guys like that a chance to make some shots and they take it, then you have to change how you guard somebody. But as you said with the Thompson twins, neither one of them make it consistently enough. Amen, I think, is a little bit better than Asar, but like, that is something that they're going to have to just continue to work on.
Even like 35% is fine. Like you said, you got to have the confidence to do it. And that's what I love to see with Castle. You got to take that shot and make teams respect it, because if you don't, you're going to have a really bad time, and teams can really take advantage of that.
100%. They should. Why not? You know? All right. Got yesterday out of the way. Huge games today, as we said. We've got game 4s that are, as we start to get to the point where these series are going to start either separating or evening back up here in these massive game 4s that we have in front of us today. So chat, let us know what you guys like as we go game by game with you guys, and we give you the plays across the entire slate. Let's get into it. Here's our friends at outlier.bet. First game on the docket, Sauce Man. We got the Cavs taking on the Raptors. Cavaliers had a 2-0 lead going into game 3 as the series turned to Toronto. Raptors had to win game 3. Otherwise, this series might have been a sweep. But they did get the job done in game 3. Now we're looking at a 4.5-point spread here as this game tips off, like I said, at noon, 1 Eastern, noon Central. Cavaliers 4.5-point favorites. Full complement of players on both sides. Still no Emmanuel Quickly, though, in the Toronto Raptors lineup, as he has been ruled out for the rest of this series. Also had did you see that he re-aggravated his hamstring or something? He's going to be out for a substantial period if they make it past this round. That's unfortunate for IQ. But what are you looking at in this game specifically? I've got a prop that I like a lot, but there's a couple other things that kind of stood out to me. What do you like in this one?
This has been the one series where I haven't had a ton of bets, and it's because it's been a hard series to read. I love Jared Allen. I think that he hasn't really been utilized in the way that I think I thought he was going to be, but it's not that he's been bad. It's just the fact that he's just not getting the volume that I would think, right? He's still playing around under 30 minutes per game. I think maybe because he did spend a significant portion of the season injured. But with how good Scotty Barnes has been, with how good RJ Barrett's been, I think those are the 2 guys I want to talk about. Sook highlighted this last week, and RJ Barrett is incredible on the fast break. He's one of the best finishers on the fast break. He is, his size, his speed, everything, and his finishing ability makes it just easy pickings for this guy. And that's somewhere where the Cavaliers have just struggled this year. They're 17th in fast break points allowed, and I don't know what the playoff numbers look like. I can pull that up in a sec here, but what do you think about RJ? The points line is at 19.5. He had 33 in that last game, but we could even look at the PRA or the PRA.
I love the PRA. Didn't bet it, but I'm with you. I think that this would be the move if you want to take some RJ Barrett stock. As you said, great getting to the cup, 5 assists and 5 rebounds in their last game. I mean, they needed him they needed him, they needed Scotty, and they needed BI to all be really good in this game for them to soar. BI still is a ghost. I don't want to talk about him. Well, you're not even going to mention him. He's probably going to have 30 points today after all this, but I no, not doing it. But yeah, I like it a lot, man. It makes a bunch of sense. I like Scotty too. I mean, if you want to go with Barnes as well, he's been very good in this series. His PRA sitting at 34.5. It's high, but it's high for a reason. 11 assists last game, and as you mentioned, 33 points there too. So, yeah, I dig it. I think it makes a lot of sense. I am going to go though with our guy. Oops. This is in honor of Sook. I'm taking Colin Murray Boyles. I took his PR over 17.5. I like this play a lot. 22 points in 17 in back-to-back games with 7 and 8 rebounds in those games. As Sook has highlighted and as we've talked about, Jakob Poeltl is technically the starter for this team, but Colin Murray Boyles is playing starter-type minutes, 25 and 28 in the last 2 games. He has a way better matchup. He's way better down low. He's way better at defending the Twin Towers as well. I know he's not huge in size, but they need his scoring. I mean, look at what he's been able to do from a scoring perspective. 10 and 15 shots in back-to-back games. The minutes are there. Huge amount of rebounding opportunities. Again, I think that this line is just too low. If you want to take the PRA, you can. He does have some facilitating mixed in here with the 4 assists also in game 1 as well. But I like the PR a little bit better just for the value at 17.5. So, yeah, I really like the Murray Boyles line. I really liked RJ too. Those were the 2 that I kind of had circled. So I'm with you on the RJ play, but I wanted to take Murray Boyles and get some stock in there as well after how good he's been.
I like that too, SPJ. And honestly, I think it's like we just talked about with role players. I think it's going to be these guys that kind of have to step up. And honestly, I'm looking at this line for somebody else, Jacoby Walter. I know Sook bet his threes in the last game. I think it was a little bit frustrating for him, but the guy went 0 for 3 in that game, and that's just not very much like him. He's a guy that plays like 26, 27 minutes. He is great 3-and-D wing because of his size and shooting ability. Over his last 10 games at home, he's shooting 41% from 3. He went 0 for 3 in that first home game, and there's going to be some first-game jitters. You're down 2-0, everything going on, but I do think that this is very much a series or a game where the Raptors come out with a different type of fire here in front of their home crowd with a chance to tie up this series. Everybody says it. A series nothing's happened in a series until you've won a game on the road, and that hasn't happened here yet. The Raptors have one more chance to protect home court here and make this a 3-game series going back to Cleveland with an opportunity to upset the Cavaliers here. I do think they're going to come out correct, and I think it's going to be guys like this, a very momentum shifting type of 3 in the afternoon in Toronto. The Air Canada Center, not the Air Canada Center anymore, but the Air Canada Center is going to be going crazy. I can feel it in my bones. It's a Sunday afternoon in Toronto. We got a Drake song coming out. I promise you, 2 p.m. in Toronto. All right, it's happening. This is tonight. This is the night. All right, Iceman coming. But I am pumped about this game. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think Toronto's gonna come out and just show out tonight.
Good way to kind of kick off the slate for sure. What do you want to do? Do you want to do an SGP for this game? Or should we just pick something? We could include something, since we will be done before this game tips off. We can pick something from this game. We could pick like 1 play per game. Do like something like that. Yeah,
why don't we do 1 play per game, and then we can
combo our faves later.
A couple auto too.
Okay. What do you want to take in this game then? Do you like the Murray Boyles play? Or I like
the Murray Boyles play. I like RJ a lot, but I think Murray Boyles, his line, the way Darko's also been talking about him too in the post-game press conferences and how important he has been. I think that that's a great look. Poeltl's almost unplayable in this series right now, and Murray Boyles is athletic. He can stretch the floor if you need him to take a 3, and I just think that this is back against the wall. Vibes are high in Toronto right now, and I mean,
my only concern is
have been shown out.
My only concern with Murray Boyles is I have him in multiple parlays at this point, so I'm pretty overexposed.
I'm down to take RJ.
See, but this is the whole conversation of like, if you really like a play, and I have no issue like triple dipping on something, but I also really like RJ, so I'm down to maybe diversify a little bit, and maybe we can do something with Murray Boyles and do another lay at the end or something.
Yeah, I'm down to do that. I think that's
you want to do RJ's PRA or just the points?
I think PRA, just because he is a guy that can be active on the glass, that can get a few assists too.
Mm-hmm. All right, 29.5 PRA for RJ.
Harden will be doing Harden stuff. JT, does that mean like Harden stuff, like regular season Harden stuff?
Good Harden stuff or bad Harden
stuff? Because I don't know. I don't know if somebody's like talking shit sometimes or what.
Yeah, I mean, he's been really good in this series. I mean, Donovan Mitchell should get out and hoop today too. I just hate this Cavs team. I just don't think they're good.
Donovan Mitchell made a dud in the last one after like multiple 30-point games in the first two, and good Harden points. All right, JT. I mean, I could see it. Like this is the spot to do it. I just hope he wasn't at a strip club in Toronto last night.
19.5 is his points line. 18 points in game 3. 13 shots, kind of low shooting night for him. But
Sunday morning at the Strippies with Harden, right?
I've seen that documentary. Yeah, I mean, D-Mitch should probably bounce back too. Again, I think that either one of these guys is probably in a good spot, but I don't know, man. Kind of feels like I don't want to get involved in this game besides just a couple of props. This game feels kind of stinky, and the Raptors need to win, but I could see the Cavs also coming out and kind of bouncing back a bit and maybe even covering. Yes, Stifler, we know. All right, dude, let's move on. So we've got RJ PRA 29.5 to start us off. Let's go to the next game. We got 4 this afternoon. Blazers at home, looking to hop back into this series after really pissing away game 3. I was probably as pissed off as I've been with 0 coin on a game watching the Blazers just throw away that game.
I don't want to send a single clip of that game at all because I knew how mad you were. Like, must have been
fuming.
I because like, oh my god, I know. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's 2-1.
It's 2-1. They just had a real opportunity. First of all, they would have cashed my 2.5 spread for the series, which would have been awesome in 3 games. But I just thought that it was such a momentum swinging situation where they had a chance to really put the Spurs in a bad spot, and they kind of let it slip away, which was unfortunate to watch.
Well, Wemby was on the bench, and he's like, "You guys will be down 3-0 right now," or whatever he said. I was like, "Wemby, you fucking dickhead, man! Dude, I love it. You're not as nice as you look. You're not."
He's such a menace. Anyway, today 4.5 point dogs. This line moved. It was 5.5 a little bit earlier, so it has popped in a little bit of a point towards the Blazers. I wonder if that's because maybe we're getting news about Wemby. So Wemby's still questionable, sauce man, with that concussion. I think he's going to play today. I think they sat him out last game to make sure for today. But as you know, as a doctor or close to a doctor, you never know with concussion symptoms. Sometimes things kind of veer up. And also he flew, so maybe things have gotten a little bit worse, better. Who knows? Maybe woke up today.
Him being I thought maybe because like lights and stuff like that, and like the bright lights, everything, him being on the bench, like watching him and everything like that, gave me a little bit of thinking maybe he'll play in the game. Otherwise, I would be a little bit on the fence just because it's been less than a week, right? And dude was like out cold. But he looked very comfortable, and I would not be surprised to see him out there and playing again.
Yeah. So pay attention to that news. We will probably get that information, I would imagine, by 1 o'clock, 1:30 Central Time, 2:30 Eastern before this 3:30 Eastern tip-off. Man, I want to bet the Blazers again so bad, but I just the way they really collapsed. I mean, it took a Harper masterclass, incredible once in a lifetime type of performance for them to get over the line. I mean, Fox was good, Castle was good, but Harper was the reason they ended up kind of really turning the page in game 3. And I don't know if that's going to happen once again in this particular spot, but what do you expect from a side or a total here? And then we'll jump into some props.
A side or a total, I have no idea. This Blazer team can play so well. Like, they've stayed in these games too. The games have been a lot closer than I honestly thought they would initially be. And Danny's been incredible. You have like Robert Williams, who's been incredible on that side. And despite all of the news about a shitty owner and a cheap ass running this team, I think that the Blazers have been fantastic. I think Drew Holiday is somebody I have bet through for all 3 games in this series so far, and he has been cashing me out, both the PRA and the points. And he's just been so good. He has been that vet that this team needs. And I think guys like him and guys like De'Aaron Fox on the other side, like Fox is good, but like you said, Dylan Harper, 27 points as a rookie in the postseason on the road, right? It's just everything lined up for this team to get that win in that last game. And I don't know what to expect in tonight's matchup, because I do think that when that happens, regression is my first thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just as a team too, you removed 27 points. I kind of do want to go back to him though. I did bet him in that game, and honestly, there's been a couple of performances now over the last two days where I've watched these guys go off, and I have not bet any ladders. And honestly, it's laziness, because then you got to like unit manage, and I got to know how much I'm putting in to make sure I still profit, right? And I was down bad for the first maybe week and a half of the playoffs, so
you brought it
probably won. But
brought
now
it back up,
guys, right? Like clear the number. But I think it's gonna be a fun matchup. I think it's gonna be points scored in this one, and I do think that like I want to bet Drew again. The 27.5 PRA is a line that you can go to, but if Wemby sits, their paint defense just isn't the same. And that's somewhere that Drew's been taking a ton of his shots in this series. And I do think that I want to continue to play that number. The 27.5 PRA is what you're looking at, or you can take the 17.5 points at plus money. I do think that PRA tonight, just because with everything going on, he's going to be out there a ton. And even at his age, he's been fantastic. I love the other guy that you had just brought up too, SPJ, if you want to talk about Drew, but Scoot's been fantastic too.
Yeah, I mean, the lines for Scoot are really weird because his points, I mean, I love the Drew play, just to round that out. I'm with you. I tweeted about him and Marcus Smart being such incredible additions for both of these teams with their experience right now and how they're playing. Like, set it, forget it, don't overthink it. Scoot's points at 14.5, his PRA at 20.5. Like, what are we doing? Like, this guy is cooking offensively. 21 points. He played 36 minutes last game. Now, Denny had kind of bad shooting nights on both of these. He was getting, I mean, the reason why I was mostly pissed off in this last game was because he was getting really aggressively fouled, and like they were just not calling it, which I get it. It's the playoffs, but like if you watch how SGA gets fouled, like give me a fucking break. But
SGA.
Real quick, 30-second rant on SGA. I know he had a 40-piece yesterday, and he shot like 12 free throws. And then at the end of the game, like after he made a big shot, he screamed at the crowd. He's like, I don't even need him. I don't even need him about the free throws. Yeah. Then go out there and don't foul bait, you weirdo. Like, just go play like that. And everybody will respect you for the great player that you are, because that is what you do best. And that's awesome. Just don't do the other shit.
I was surprised to see him do that, because he's not like, not only does he like not always like show that much emotion, but it's like to acknowledge this, like dude, just play your game. Why?
Just play your game.
I don't even need him, brother. You have 12 free throws. Like, you have 12 free throws. Like, that's a lot.
And yes, he did. He should have shot 25 with how he was getting fouled. See, this is the thing about if you just stat watch a game and you don't actually watch a game, like there's differences to how guys get fouled. Like, I know Denny foul baits. Everybody foul baits in the NBA. We've talked about this, but there's a way that you do it where you actually can get guys in positions to actually foul you. Whereas SGA just like hooks an arm and just dives like,
I'm just not a fan of any of the baiting stuff, and just ethical hoops only in Seastown. Only ethical hoops.
Yeah. All right. Back to the Celtics. Anyway, back to Henderson. Sorry, I just had that little rant on my chest. But anyway, I don't understand why his lines are 14.5. The PRA looks great, like you mentioned. I mean, Wemby, the question mark around Wemby is obviously making this game a little bit harder to read right now. There are props that you can kind of take in association to that. And you talked about this guy, and I'm going straight back to him. Sook talked about the assist last game, smacked. I'm taking just the PRA, though, bro. 16.5 for Rob Will. This line also makes no sense. Like, what are we doing? He's going to be out there consistently. You've talked about your frustrations with Klingon only playing a certain amount of minutes. And over the last two games, 23 and 25 minutes for Time Lord. Splitter's throwing him out there because he knows how, first of all, how good he is defensively against the big men down low, his activity offensively, and his relationship with Denny. I mean, when he's out there, those pick and rolls with Denny are really lethal because he's actually a little bit of a better jumper and finisher in comparison to the 7'2" Kling Kong in that regard. So I just think they're going to keep utilizing him in the same way. The PRA feels way too low to me at 16.5. I really like this. I know Sook would probably be all over this play as well if he was here with us. Yeah, like you mentioned it earlier, I just think this line's too low.
I agree with you. I think that some of I think these are just lines that are going to be a little bit harder to set, even for Vegas, because they don't know what's going to happen. Like, Klingon could catch fire and he could see a huge increase in minutes, but what we have seen is it's harder for them to match up defensively when Klingon's out there on the floor, which sounds insane to think when you see his size and what he brings in the paint and his shot blocking ability. But Rob Williams lateral movement is the kind that you see with a guy like Bam Adebayo. Now, they are obviously not on the same level, but there's only so many guys that can move at that size and speed, right? And that's something that Rob's done in this series, and it's exactly why Thiago's been going to him time and time again. I think the same thing with Scoot. I think that he's the benefactor of the fact that defense is zeroing in on Denny, and that they are like, it's not going to be Denny. That's how I feel like the Spurs have been playing this series, even with the level of physicality that they handle him with. And if they foul, they foul. Yes, it hasn't been called maybe in the ways that Denny would want in these last two games. That could change. But I do think Scoot's just the benefactor of softer matchups. Like he might be matched up with the Dylan Harper, and Harper's great, 27 points, but he's not going to guard your best player, or he's not going to present the best defensive matchup. I think that's why.
Watching those dudes also gab at each other during that game was pretty entertaining as well, because Harper was not shying away from the smoke, and Scoot can also scoot.
Somebody posted that meme where it's like it's a coming in Inception where he like wakes up, and it's like Scoot Henderson remembering he used to be in Wemby combos, and it's like
that's funny, dude. I mean, we talked about it on the show. And you know who? I mean, this is just back to this point real quick. I mean, we've talked about this a bunch. Like, this is the way that they do it. And I think the NBA finally is eventually realizing it, and hopefully they end up doing something about it, but we'll see. I just want to bring this up from chat because Austin brought this up. What in the hell is this Luke Cornett line? Because I'm with you, Austin. This line feels just aggressively low. Chad, if you have a book, you can bet this. Go bet this now, because if Wemby sits, this is free cheese. If it doesn't sit, this is free queso. I mean, look at this line, dude. Luke Cornett, 10.5 PRA. This has cruised in all three of these games. Cruised. And I mean, in these first two, Wemby ended up not playing most of this game, but Wemby played the entire first game. And Cornett got over this with ease, only playing 14 minutes. So I think that, I mean, he also look at the matchups with the Blazers, dude.
Holy.
Yeah, I'm betting this. I have a place I can bet this. I'm into this. 10.5 PRA. So shout out Austin for this one. This one looks really tasty. I know you don't need a convincing to bet old Big Luke either. No.
Yo, did you see that the fucking Knicks had lemon pepper wings from Magic City in the locker room after the game? Was that real, or was I looking at a meme account?
I don't know, but every time someone says lemon pepper wings, shout out to whatever Wingstop, their commercial. They have done a good job earworming lemon pepper wings. You guys know what I'm talking about if you're watching basketball.
Like, Chad, was that real? Did they really eat Magic City wings in the locker room after the game? And one of them had Lou Will written on it, because obviously they get the lemon pepper wet, right?
Have you seen the ad I'm talking about with Blake Griffin and Taylor Rooks?
Oh, yeah.
There's no way you haven't. Lemon pepper wings. Fries. It's the fucking Whopper.
Oh, my God.
A couple years ago. I dream about this commercial now.
All I want. The Burger King commercial.
Yeah.
All your parlays have missed. You're sitting there on the couch, down 60.
Whopper.
Before noon, it's Whopper. I love that shit.
Oh my God.
The NFL back so bad.
Oh, it's all right. We got the NBA, big dog. We're good. Hang on. Let me send this link to Chef. Because I don't know why it didn't work, but all right. We're going to have Chef join us in just a second, chat. Anyway, back to Cornett. We got a little off on a wing tangent, but yeah, dude, this PRA feels. I'm literally gonna. You can't bet it everywhere, but find a place you can and smash. Any final?
Austin knows the order.
Lemon. Oh, that's what he says.
No, I know. That's what I mean from the commercial.
Yeah. All those wings for one man. Oh, they're so good.
Oh my God.
I know that commercial too well by now. Do you like anything else in this Blazers Spurs game? Do you think that the Blazers have a possibility to win this one? Say yes.
I think there definitely is a possibility for them to win this game, and I do think it's because of a guy they have the talent, and we have seen the talent show up in these games. I was also looking, like I said, I think Dylan Harper, not that he's going to have another 27-point game, but I'm just pulling up the line right now. I do think that he's in line for just some more playing time. I do think he's a guy that you can depend on. And like you said, the attitude is something that I kind of like, because it's like you're showing up for the moment, and it's a 16.5 PRA line. It's a line that has hit at an incredible rate. Not so in the first 2 games of this series, but I mean, they went to him in that last game, and I could see them doing the exact same thing. He still played 20-plus minutes in the first 2 games, just didn't shoot the ball very well. 43% and then 4 of 7 in that second game. But I think maybe Harper could be in line for another big night.
Yeah, I mean, I think the PRA, he also had 10 boards, dude. Crazy. Didn't really do much in the first couple of games in kind of more limited role, even when the one with Wemby was not playing most of the second game. But yeah, after a game like that, it's hard to not want to go back to him at that.
So look at the last 20 SPJ.
Yeah, Cooks. He was great going down the stretch, and then obviously the first couple of games they haven't quite needed him until this big outburst. Anything on the Blazers side worth mentioning before we move on? I mean, I know chat's kind of talking about some unders. I don't know that button, so not aware.
I think we mentioned a ton of the stuff in the Blazers, like Scoot, Rob. I think those are both solid players. I like Drew a lot too. I bet Drew at 27.5 PRA.
Yeah, I love it.
I think we like the Blazers side a little bit more, to be honest, with the props. I think that's the way we're going to go with this parlay today. What do you think? Right? I like Rob Williams a ton, unless you're also over.
I am. How do you feel about this Cornet line? 10.5 PRA.
Honestly, it feels good.
Let's do that.
Because
this is the other thing too, is like pay attention chat later today. I mean, Wemby might sit.
It's been less than a week since he was concussed. So it would not be like a stretch for him to sit. Danny, I don't like that button.
I get it. I do. But as Embiid just said, there will be a game that he will probably go off.
I'm also just saying, if the NBA loves cinema like we have seen for the first 2 weeks of this, maybe we see some increased free throw attempts for your boy. Hey, series get extended all the time.
I think it would be fun for this series to get extended as well, and I'm also biased because I really want my 2.5 to cash. So,
who's this handsome fellow?
We've got to. All right, I'm going to add Cornet 10.5 PRA, and then we'll move on to the last 2. But let's bring Chef up. Chef Ray.
Right.
What's up, goats? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, yes, brother. How you doing?
Sometimes I'm in my comfy home and I have time, and sometimes I'm on the road and I have 0 time. Is the latter.
Love you for making it either way, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Give us the quick Chef team menu of the day.
Look,
looking fresh in the car. What are the moves that you like across the board?
Scoot. He's been fantastic.
Scoot.
He's gonna get those starter minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Scoot. And Braun, RA, gotta go. Are we thinking Lakers in is Reeves playing?
We don't know yet.
He might. They said the plan was if he doesn't play game 3, he's gonna play game 4. But again, shoot around everything is they'll have to leave it up to that. I could also just see them sitting here and be like, "Yo, let the boys have no business, and then we'll have a week off, and then you know what I mean." But hey, Lakers.
Why would you play him? Why would you play him? Give him some rest. Shit's been working. We just talked about this 2 days ago. We talked about this exact scenario 2 days ago. Sit his ass. Let Braun, let Smart, let Kennard do it. That's been working, and get on to the next round. That's it.
I don't disagree with you. I think maybe they also just say this, and maybe he ends up not playing tonight. And if they lose, God forbid the Rockets get out there and play decent basketball today, and this game goes back to LA for Game 5, I could see him returning for that game back at home. But I agree with you. I don't think they need him.
Yeah,
I think they can win this game without him. So we'll see.
That last game was
they don't. They absolutely don't.
We're kind of your connection's kind of choppy on us as well. So just keep talking. What else you like?
I mean, that's kind of it. Scoop points, Braun, RA. There were 2 more games. The Celtics game. I'll take Tatum assists again. He had, I think, like 17 potentials last game, and he had 7 assists. So he's gonna keep dishing. I know I was on his points last game, but I'm just gonna stick with the assists. It's clear that like he's been averaging the last 3 games. I want to say 16 potential. I want to say that. So we just got to get those guys to, make their shots. And so, yeah, give me Tatum assists. Other than that, tons of MLB, but, that's for not this show.
Right? Check out the hub, though, chat. And not the hub you're thinking of. Chef's Hub.
Chef's Hub. The home run hub. What's your
one guy with that hub? Check out my hub.
Yeah. Flip-flop tabs. There you go. Just kind of keep them both open.
Once the flow returns up here, check out the home run hub.
Home run hub. What's the moves?
Right.
What's your favorite home run bet before we love you and leave you?
There we go. Thanks. I like Jose Ramirez today. I don't have the stats in front of me, but he's the top pick on the hub.
I got the stats in front of me,
from the right side, and he's
Sorry, keep going.
Go for it.
I should not have interrupted.
Well, so he'll be batting from the right side against. I'm trying to think of the name of the starting pitcher, but number one in the hub. He's got a fantastic matchup. He's been seeing great from the right side. And everything is working in his favor. So I think he launches when we hit Riley Green the other day when I came on the show. That was first at bat too. I thought it was going to be a laser, but it was not. But free, it was free. Yeah, so that's what I got.
Love it, buddy. Well, it's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by for a few minutes. I know you only have 10, so giving us a good portion of it is awesome of your free time of the day. Love you, dude. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of all the baseball,
love you, boys.
Basketball, and enjoy whatever you get into. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, boys. Love you, boys.
Bye, big dog. What a goat.
Absolute goat. But yeah,
absolutely.
Jose Ramirez, chat. Go bet that guy because the conditions look wicked. He's fucking, the swings are insane. He's going up against Patrick Corbin. That was the pitcher that Chef was trying to think of.
Very forgettable. Very forgettable guy. All right, let's swing back to basketball. 2 more games to get to, Sauce Man. We've still got a little bit of time as we joined you guys a little earlier today right here on the network. So I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Drop a dub if you guys are having fun talking NBA and a little bit of baseball mixed in there as well. All right, let's move to your lads. Celtics looking to take a dominant 3-1 lead today against the 76ers. Same exact spread we saw in the last game, 7.5 points is the spread, 213.5 point total. Full complement of players on the Celtics side. However, definitely worth paying attention here. Joel Embiid, doubtful as we listed, but the last 2 games he's been out completely. So they are moving him up in the rankings of possibly being available. I don't think he's going to play again. I don't think he's going to play Sauce Man in this game. But what are you kind of thinking as a whole here? Do you think the Celtics cover again, even though they're covered by the skin of their teeth last game? Or do you think that maybe the Sixers keep this one frisky?
I honestly think the Sixers have been frisky in this series, man. Tyrese Maxey has been almost unguardable. VJ Edgecombe has been great. Andre Drummond's hitting the threes and stressing me out. But this is just one of those games where back against the wall, you lose both home games here. It's going to be super fucking tough for any kind of comeback. Not to say that I think Philly wins, but I do think that they come out fighting and they come out swinging. This is 2 teams that have played each other a ton over the last few years, and these exact rosters actually have played each other a ton. I think that also one of the guys that has coached against the Celtics the most in the last few years is Nick Nurse, both with the Raptors and with the Sixers. So this is a guy that knows these guys on this team, and I think he'll have his guys ready. I was looking at maybe a little bit of VJ Edgecombe love, right? I think he's been fantastic and hard to guard, but Jason Tatum PRA is it's just calling my name again. I know he burned us in that last game. He finished with like 36 or 37, and it was frustrating to see him kind of go cold in that third quarter, and he didn't rebound. The rebounding is kind of what really sold the bag for us, I'd say. I think that's going to be different tonight. I think it's just going to be one of those games where you come out and you close. And we saw it last game. He did not sit much. I don't know how many minutes he actually ended up playing. I can pull that up. But anytime he was going to the bench, he was coming out very quickly. 42 minutes in a 48-minute game. So that's exactly what we're going to see, I think, again in this one. Played 39 minutes in game 2, but this just feels like a spot where he's going to play a shit ton of minutes. He played the entire fourth quarter, majority of that second half. He only sat for 3 minutes in that second half. So this is a guy that's going to see a ton of minutes. And when he's out there, I think he can stuff the stat sheet. So give me the PRA at 39.5. It feels low.
I like it. I like the RA again, too, going back to the well. Chef talked about the assist. The assist looks nice as well, 6.5 for some plus money. But if we're going to take him, the rebounding game that he had last game is kind of an anomaly if you compare what has been happening over the last 20. I mean, you guys can see it here on the screen. Like, he's been cooking on the glass. Great rebounding games as well against the Sixers team previously. So I think this 5-rebound performance was just more of game script versus actually a thing. You talked about him. I'll tell you what my bet in this game is, and you just said it. I'm taking VJ again. I got a great number on this last night. I took 9.5 for minus 135 at his rebounds and assist line. It's up to 10.5. I like it there too for plus money. Back-to-back games with 10 rebounds. You know, you've been watching these games front to back. Like, he is really, really good at getting on the offensive glass. He's great rebounding on the defensive end. And without Embiid, they need all the help they can get down low to grab as many boards as possible. So I think that this line just feels way too low. If you want to just take the rebound straight, that's fine too. It's 5.5. It was 5.5. It's up to 6.5 now for plus money. I think that's a great play. But he did have 5 assists last game too, so I wanted to rope that in there as well. So I think the RA just feels way too low.
BNN Wade.
BNN Wade. Have you seen so many people like comparing VJ to Dwayne Wade now? And it's like, y'all are late to this party, man.
Honestly, man.
Super late. Super late. All right. Any love for JB? He was really good in last game. Stifler, I'm just more tempered in comparison to these guys that just want
Stifler, anytime I got Sook alone last night, I was talking his ear off about the C's. I was probably the worst, but he won't. He's not here to tell you that.
That's why Sook called in sick today, Chad. He couldn't handle it anymore.
I honestly could see the 3 again if you want to go that way. I mean, like in game 2 when they got that win, he had his handprints all over it, right? Now, Adam Bona had a fantastic game in game 3, right? He was playing big. He had a few huge blocks, but he was in foul trouble for a majority of that game. So I don't know what Drummond's minutes are going to exactly look like. And again, 6 of his points came in that final quarter with 2 of those threes. So it's not the most confident play, but I do think that he could have another big night at 14.5 PR.
The points even, dude. It's 6.5.
6.5, right?
Jesus Christ. The three is a fun sweat, but he really like takes 2. So like you are just hoping. He took 1 in the first game 2. And then he took 2
and both of those came in the fourth quarter, man. Like they were not, and they were just like it was not in the game plan. It was broken plays.
It's also like the value is gone now. Like plus 125, like that is shitty value for a guy that's going to literally take 1 to 2 threes. You have to hope he shoots 50 to 100%. Like that's shit.
Absolutely.
I like the points though. I mean, 6.5 points feels very comfortable. Or the PR. All right, what do you want to do in the lay before we talk about the last game?
I wanted Tatum.
Tatum?
Yeah.
PRA?
PRA. I'm going down with the ship.
Love it. Love it.
Nope, I'm good. We're good.
Yeah.
Chat.
39.5 PRA for Tatum. Right. I think you guys should win.
Oh, we fucking better.
I do think though maybe the Sixers cover. I think you got miracle cover last game. Maybe this is the game that Boston does kind of blow them out, but I don't know. We'll see. Again, those jerseys are so sick. I just hate betting against those black jerseys, and I'm assuming that they're going to probably wear them again today.
I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you, right?
At this point, yeah, just keep those as your kick-ass home jerseys. All right, man. Last game of the night. The Lakers looking to complete the first sweep of the postseason. Obviously, the Thunder and the who's the other team that has a chance to sweep?
Thunder?
Just the Thunder, right? Is there another team that's up 3-0 at this point? No. All right. So the other team that obviously can complete the sweep before the Thunder can, the Lakers. 4.5-point dogs again against the Rockets in Houston. We don't know as we sit right now, Sauce Man, about Reeves. We talked about that. We don't know right now as well about Kevin Durant. Still dealing with that ankle injury. He is currently a question mark as well. I'm going to lead us off, dude. How in God's green earth can you feel comfortable betting the Rockets? Now, they're probably going to win this game, but they should have won last game. And the 8.5 was a gross, disgusting line that should have never existed. Obviously, the KD news kind of changed that one, but the Lakers was always the move there. Do you feel comfortable with the 4.5 points with the Lakers? Do you feel comfortable with the Lakers completing the sweep? What do you like from a side here?
I think if I'm taking it, I'm taking the money line. I think that the Rockets don't inspire me to win a close game, and that's exactly why I would lean with the Lakers here to get the job done. I think the Kevin Durant situation is super weird too. If he plays, it doesn't seem like the team is meshing. We saw the Jabari comments from before Game 3, and it just kind of made me feel like, is KD really, really hurt, or was this a situation in which the team just didn't want him out there? You know what I mean? And I don't want to invent a story or anything like that, but with all the turmoil, with everything that's been going on with this team during the regular season here, with the burner phone, with all of these things, and then you have a game the way that you did last game where you almost won it, and yes, maybe having KD to close that game out would have been what you needed, but I just don't know anymore, because it seems like Ime is done coaching this team. He's taking timeouts and he's just fucking standing out there at half court until the timeout's over. Like, I don't know if he's looking to make a point or what he's doing. He's throwing his team under the bus. He's blaming the players consistently. He's taking zero accountability. So it just seems like he's done coaching this team. And it really makes me think as to how this guy and how this team is going to respond, right? Alpi is sitting in the coach's seat trying to will a few of these guys to help close this game. All of these guys are under the age of 26 years old. All of these guys have next to no playoff experience. I don't know. The Rockets look dead on arrival. Is how I see them right now. And it's LeBron's not the guy you want to see when you're in a position like that.
Nope. Again, if the Rockets probably win. And then as the chat saying, the Lakers complete the gentleman's sweep in Game 5 and just blow them out in crypto. I just was about to bring this up, Embiid. Just so Marcus Smart, 4.5 assists, Sauce Man. What are we doing? Am I missing something? Yes, I understand that Reeves might play, but even with Reeves returning and playing, I don't think that you would want Smart. Like, Reeves is not a point guard. Like, I would not think that Reeves would come in and just automatically be a 1 point guard for the rest of the game. He's also probably not going to play the full game. I doubt he's going to return and play 30 minutes. This line feels way too low.
Way too low. I honestly think that even if he does play, it just represents more assist opportunities.
Exactly. Someone else to knock down shots.
Yeah. Even the RA at 7.5 feels really nice too. I know he had 4 rebounds in that last game, 2 and 2 in the first 2, but like, we have been talking about it. DeAndre Ayton has not been doing what he needs to do on the glass. And like, if you want to complete the sweep, you need guys that are going to do the grimy stuff. I love the RA as well. I love the assists at 4.5. I think that, hey, Marcus Smart's a winner. That's exactly what he's done. He's played a ton of playoff games in his career, and these are the moments that he fucking like thrives in.
I don't understand this line. I tweeted it out. You and I discussed this kind of on the side, but like, he has been so good for this team. Mm-hmm. Like, LeBron's been, I mean, you know, we could sit here and glaze LeBron and how important he is and all that type of stuff. And he's been incredible. But the reason why the Lakers are up 3-0 in this series is because of Marcus Smart. He has been awesome handling the ball, great on defense, making all the right plays. Like, in that Rockets game, I think this got lost on people, the last one, Game 3. After LeBron missed the shot from deep with like 25 seconds left and they were down 6, Marcus Smart got the steal. But Bron, as soon as he took that 3, I saw it on his back. He kind of was like, okay, they'll get this one. We'll get Game 4. Like, he had kind of already accepted it. And then Smart stole the ball. And then they got another opportunity.
That foul on the 3. Oh,
that was the moment where Marcus Smart willed them back into and then Bron, obviously, they got the steal and Bron got the 3.
Luke Kennard passing that ball to LeBron and not taking the 3, even after the night he was having, after the series he's had, to pass it to LeBron. Oh my God. As soon as he passed it, I was like, this is going in. This is going in. It was one of those moments where it's like, it has to be a magnet ball, because moments like this can only be created in a fucking studio. This was insane. All of it. It was just, it was so much fun to watch, and I have been having a ton of fun, unfortunately, cheering for LeBron and the Lakers, and they have just been thriving. And the Marcus Smart experience is something I'm glad that everybody gets to experience, because watching him kind of just in Memphis the last couple of years and just, you know what I mean, not really seeing and being able to impact the game in the way that I know he's capable of. It's been so much fun to watch him do these things that I got to watch him do in a green uniform for so many years. But this team is good. And LeBron, I think PRA, I think Rui was so good in that last game. And I don't know, there's this moment on the bench where they're sitting there, and I think they're like, it's still like early in the fourth quarter. It's a back and forth game. Lakers are climbing back into what was like a double-digit deficit for some points in that game. And Rui was looking, he was locked the fuck in. He was hitting his shots. He was making big plays. And I love that. And I think that's another spot where I want to maybe go back to him tonight. There's a ton that, like, fuck.
I like this game a lot.
Yeah.
Just to bring it up, here's the Rui stuff you're talking about. I only have one official bet in this game so far. I really like the Smart stuff. I'll probably end up doing something with that. But chat's talking about it. You talked about him earlier. I mean, this guy is playing damn near every minute of basketball for this team right now. And the on-off splits for him are crazy. Like when he's on the court, they are a good team. When he is the minutes he's off the court, they suck ass. Like, they're awful.
I have it right here. In 129 minutes with him on the court, 107.7 offensive rating here in the playoffs, 107.3 defensive rating. In the 15 minutes he has been off the court, a 72.4 offensive rating and 160 defensive rating. That is a fucking net rating of plus 88. And obviously the difference in minutes is really construing the numbers here, but it really just emphasizes how vital and how important Ayman's been to the success of this team. 48 minutes in an overtime game, 48 of 53 minutes. I would not be surprised to see Ayman play 48 minutes tonight. If there was two guys in the league I could see do it, it's Ayman and Azar.
Mm-hmm. They need him too.
Yep.
So, I mean, I took the PRA 30.5. Again, this is just a win or go home, back against the wall. Guy's going to be out there for. You can take the RA if you want. You talked about this earlier with his shooting; just does go out the window sometimes. But he can get to the cup. He can score. He can hit. He can hit his free throws. So the RA looks nice at 13.5, but the PRA feels too good to pass up for me. Just to mention Jabari too, dude.
I was just going to say that. Yep.
His points is still sitting at 14.5. Which to me is just crazy talk. I know he had that bad turnover at the end of the game, but he was one of the biggest reasons that they were in that game. I know that Sengun had a big game, but his scoring was huge for them, and he has great success against the Lakers. I mean, you guys can see the green on the screen. So I like the 14.5 a lot, or even just the PR if you want to go that direction.
I like the PR quite a bit. If you look at those numbers, he really does rebound the ball really well. Averages 2.1 offensive rebounds per game in the games against the Lakers here, and that's a spot where they just haven't been as good, I think, as other teams, is on that offensive glass there. And it's because of a guy like DeAndre Ayton, the 13th opponent offensive rebound rate. But here in the postseason, they are giving up the most second chance points in the postseason. So that could be a spot where Jabari Smith just kind of puts some pressure on there, and 22.5 PR back against the wall.
Any love? I love it. I'm with you. There's so much in this game that I feel like is very playable. Good SGP game for later. Any love for Sengun after what we saw in the last game? Finally kind of put it all together. 34.5 PRA. I mean, he's going to have to do close to that, if not more. These are also, like, if you think KD's not going to play, like, take these lines now, because all these are going to change later if KD ends up sitting.
Bro, the Alpi slander on the timeline is fucking all time,
bro.
And it's whack, but it's hilarious. I'm here for the NBA memes, and he needs to be better. I think he really does need to be better. He had a good game in that last game, and he was great, and that's exactly the kind of Alperen that we want to see, and that we have been sorely missing, I think, at a majority of this year. Yes, he's averaging career high numbers, but I think with the trajectory that we thought he was on, he's kind of underperformed. But this is a big moment back against the wall. You don't want to get swept. I don't give a shit. I don't think that anybody wants to get swept, especially this guy. He's been great. I don't think I'll get to the window on anything. I think I do like Jabari and Ayman a lot more on that side of the ball. But, I mean, he's got to be good, right? I think that – do you think that if the Rockets don't make the trade for KD – and they keep Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green, not to say that they would beat the Lakers, but do you think they would have had a better season? Or you think Ime is because like I wanted to respond to Ma actually too from chat because he was saying what accountability. Like I don't know if he's being sarcastic or not, but Ime took no accountability. There was no game plan. He wasn't coaching these guys. He was taking timeouts and throwing a fit at half court, trying to prove a point to his own players. He's talking to these guys like they have years and years of playoff experience. Yes, they don't, and yes, they have to show up for the fucking moment. But you are not doing anything to put them in a spot to succeed, in my opinion. Reed Shepherd minutes. You have done nothing to be able to hide this guy on defense. I don't know. You have JJ Redick that has Luke Kennard looking like a freaking brink level all-star. And then you have Ime who can't do anything with Reed Shepherd. I don't know. Frustrating to me. And
this is the wrong time of the season to try to use like these types of antics to make a point to your team. Like, and you can't even say that you like last season was the season that they thought, okay, the Rockets kind of got over the hump. They're a young team. They got some experience now. They'll come back this year. You can't use the same excuses again this year because it's been another season. Yes, it's on the players. The players have to get out there and perform. They have to go and execute what you're asking them to do. But at the same time, if it doesn't work out, the coach can't go, well, the players fucked it up. Like, they didn't do their jobs. Like, I don't know. They're young. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, that's bullshit. Like, you got to be like, yeah, okay, maybe we didn't execute well enough. I mean, JJ Redick in the locker room, I don't know if you saw this or not, but JJ Redick in the locker room said, listen, we're tired, but we made the coaching staff. We made some mistakes. We didn't do the right things in down the stretch and in overtime. But you guys rose up, and you guys made some mistakes. But we all rose up together, and we got the job done. It doesn't matter. JJ's had moments this season where he's like he fucking hates Rui Hachimura probably in lots of stretches because that guy just doesn't do the right stuff. But like, it's different the way you hold accountability, because the way you hold accountability is how you can actually create more chemistry if you do it in the right way instead of division. It seems like Ime knows he's going to get fucking fired, and so he's like, whatever, screw these guys. I don't care. When
you like watch guys like Mark Dagnall or like freaking Will Hardy or a guy like these guys are coaching their teams. They're calling plays. JJ Redick, they're out there calling coverages. They're calling defensive schemes. They're doing all these things, and Ime's not doing that. I mean, it's clear as day. He's not doing that. He's more a la hands in his pocket, Darwin Ham, than he is
Rivers.
Like Dagnall Missoula. And Joe Missoula saved my life. So
yeah. Once again, just to wrap this up, and then we'll cook the parlay, and then we'll get out of here and let you guys enjoy your Sunday. I just I can't. There is no bone in my body that wants to bet the Rockets.
No.
Do I think they probably win? Yeah, sure.
I think Marcus Smart 4.5 assists is a good last leg too.
Or the RA. I did like your RA angle.
I like the RA too. I think that he's going to be very active on the glass. That's what wins basketball games is defensive glass and offensive glass and second chance points and the gritty, grimy stuff, especially when you're trying to complete a sweep. I think that game 4 at the end of the sweep is one of the hardest games to fucking win as the team sitting 3-0. You know what I mean? It's not often you see it. Gentleman's sweep is way more common. I just think it's going to be a situation where if you want to close this team out, you need these intangibles. So I love the RA. 7.
All right, as I just mentioned that, I feel like maybe we just take the assists. I mean, he's 7+ in 5 straight games. If he ain't getting 5+ assists, he ain't hitting his RA.
I mean, I would hope not, right?
You know, 7 rebound a game incoming.
Kennard PRA too, I think, is definitely a vibe. I like Kennard's PRA. Just because you know who mentioned him in chat.
We love you know who. Marcus Smart, 5 assists. All right, man. So chat, here we go. This is kind of the saucy 4 that you can just sweat throughout the whole day. We'll finish this off with a little sprinkle of some lotto fun, and then we'll let you guys go and enjoy your Sunday and enjoy the basketball. RJ Barrett, over 29.5 PRA. Luke Cornett, over 10.5 PRA. Jason Tatum, over 39.5 PRA. Marcus Smart, over 4.5 assists, plus 1,000.
Feels good. Plus 1,000, 4 legs. One guy to do one job in each game.
One guy, one job, each game. That's all we need. I love it. I'm with you. Let's do it. Bang. There's your saucy 4. It does seem way too free and beat, and that always is terrifying. But all right, now let's get cheeky with it. No. The last time you and I were alone and we got cheeky with it, we smacked. let's do what we did last time. 2 legs. Just 2 legs. Something really spicy and juicy.
Something really spicy and juicy. Spicy and juicy.
Spicy and juicy. I mean, smart assist feels kind of, since we're here right now.
Yeah. Do we take it up to like 8?
Even 7. 7 is plus 265.
That feels good.
Okay. Smart 7 assists plus 265. What could go wrong?
Chef really likes Tatum's assists. But that's a lot of doubling down.
I like it. 7? It's plus 110 for 7.
No, we'd have to go higher. That's the problem. Do we want to go to 10? Because I don't know if we find any value before 10 then, actually. So maybe not Tatum.
Let's not do Tatum. What about Cornette? Double dip on Luke?
I don't want to double dip on Luke. If I'm double dipping, it's not going to be on Luke.
What about VJ's? What about VJ's rebounds?
We could do VJ's rebounds. I was even going to say we could do Scoop. Just like ladders points, maybe?
20 plus is plus 255 for Scoot. I mean, Denny for 30 is plus 320. Had it in game 1, just hadn't really had good games the last couple. Drew's assists also could be interesting.
What about Drew for 20?
Plus 140. Didn't really get the job done.
And bookmakers. Chat. Robert Williams 8 boards, Ma? Really?
There's so many things. Let's just, all right. I know I said 2 legs, but let's do 3 so we can kind of like scotch down a couple of things.
Okay.
Harper 15 points is plus 280.
Hey, that sounds like fun.
That sounds like fun. I can get down with that. All right,
I can get down with Harper 15.
Especially if Wemby sits.
Yeah. Do we still go with another leg then, or
that's plus 1177. Maybe do one more just to make it a little spicier.
Then do we take Tatum at 7 assists, like a plus 110 last leg?
Plus 110. I don't know if this is just me, but staring at plus 110s next to plus 200s is always just gross. Yeah. Cale McCarr the other day sold Betsky and I's 4-legger because on a minus 280 leg. And disgusting staring at it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, then. Should we go with VJ?
His is 7 assists, 7 boards is plus 100. It's kind of gross, too.
What about Tatum for 30 points?
I don't want to double dip on Tatum. We already have him in the other leg. Let's try to diversify a little bit.
What about Amon? Do we ladder his assist or something? Or maybe the rebounds if we think he's going to play a ton of minutes?
We could go back to Murray Boyles and take him for 15 points.
That one feels risky. I honestly, I was not even looking at that first game because I was like, I don't want some bullshit in the 1 p.m. fucking, or in the, you know what I mean? 1
early
p.m.
game.
in Toronto.
All right, fair enough. Damn, Tim wants Scoot for 20. We did talk about that. Maybe Scoot for 20 is the move. So you want to do that?
I'm down. Yeah, but we just said it too. Scoot and Harper going at each other too. I'm down for Scoot.
Plus 30. What's the plays? We'll rattle them off real quick, just a second. Yeah. All right, so here's a little cheeky 3-teamer if you want to ride this. Harper for 15 points, Scoot Henderson for 20 points, and Marcus Smart for 7 assists, plus 37-32.
That feels good, man. Feels good.
That feels nice. Spicy. Okay. So there's that. The saucy 4, if you would like to tail, which is the parlay of the day that we like a lot, is RJ Barrett over 29.5 PRA, 1 play in each game. Luke Cornette over 10.5 PRA. Jason Tatum over 39.5 PRA. Marcus Smart over 4.5 assists, plus 1,000. And then straights. Sauce, what straights do you have? You want to list off here?
Yeah, I got Jason Tatum over 39.5 PRA. That's one of my favorite plays today. In the Blazers game, I got Drew Holiday over 27.5 PRA. I'm also taking some Dylan Harper action on his PRA in that one as well. And then lastly, in the last game, Marcus Smart. I have the RA in as a solo play, and then I think I'm going to get to the window on Luke Kennard's PRA 20.5. That feels like a good line and how vital he's been. And I do think that Austin Reeves news, like you said, even if he does play, I don't think he's going to play a ton of minutes, but up 3-0 with a chance to close it out here, I wouldn't be surprised if they just allowed him and afforded him the rest. So give me the PRA for Luke Kennard.
I dig it. I'm in Colin Murray Boyles in the first game, 17.5 PR. Robert Williams in the next game, 16.5 PRA. Go Time Lord. VJ Edgecombe, got a good line here. I do like the, I think his name actually has an E on the end too. I like the 10.5 RA if you want to go up that direction as well for VJ. And then in the last game of the night, the guy who's going to play 47 million minutes, Eamon Thompson over 30.5 PRA. But I like a lot of these plays too. We talked about a bunch of stuff that we like across the channel today. Also added Luke Cornett, shout out Austin, over 10.5 PRA. The line's just a joke. Good stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Go get after it today. Enjoy the Sunday. Chat, thanks for being here right here on the Betting News Network. If this is your first time tuning in, watching us on YouTube, on Twitch, on X, wherever you're consuming this content, we go live every single day. Give us a follow, like, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next show. We might have no plays off. I know I teased that it was going to be today. The guys are going to go live tomorrow. We'll be back. V and myself will be back tomorrow with Danny Burke on Betspresso for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And Shaggo Bets returns. Shaggy Bets is back tomorrow. The morning spread back on your morning menu. And Shags is going to be eating Canes for a week, big dog, because the Canes swept. So,
chat, make sure you guys go in there and tell Shaggy how much you missed him, because I know he'll love that.
He's that guy, and excited to have Shags back with us tomorrow morning. You guys came for the winners. You stayed for the vibes. Big shout out to Lucky Rebel, our sponsors, and Outlier.bet. Go check out Outlier for a free 7-day trial. Everything we showed us today and so much more on the app and the desktop version. Get involved there, and obviously go get some funds dropped into your account with Lucky Rebel with that right over there. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Came for the winners. Stay for the vibes. Have a fantastic Sunday, and we will catch you on the next one. Take it easy, chat.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about